You ever notice how people think the one who walks away cares less? That if she could leave, she must not have really loved him. That if she didn't fight harder, it must not have meant that much. Let me tell you something no one says out loud. It's not the woman who clings that a man remembers. It's the one who let him go, without a scene, without a scream, just a quiet decision that said, "I'm done giving where I'm not seen." She didn't slam doors, she didn't beg. She just disappeared from the part of her that kept waiting for him to choose her. And at first, he might have thought she'd come back. He might have even believed her silence was temporary. But as the days passed and she didn't reach out, that silence started to echo. See, a woman who leaves in peace doesn't vanish. She expands, and it's in her absence that he finally sees her presence. The depth, the calm, the care that used to be so constant, it becomes the contrast he can't forget. And that's when it starts to hit him. Men don't always feel the loss in the moment. They feel it in the silence, in the stillness that follows after she stops trying. When she used to check in, and now she doesn't. When she used to hold space for him, and now there's just space. At first, he tells himself it's fine. He convinces himself he needed freedom, that the weight is gone. But what he doesn't realize is, she was never the weight. She was the grounding. She was the emotional rhythm under the noise. And when that quiet disappears, the rest of his life starts to feel hollow. Because men, most men, we don't process things when we're in it. We push it down, tell ourselves we'll deal with it later. But emotions don't go away. They wait. They wait until the bar gets quiet, until the bed feels too empty, until someone new says all the right things, but doesn't touch the right places in his soul. That's when it begins. Not with regret, not yet. With realization. The way she looked at him like he mattered. The way she asked questions and listened like the answers were sacred. The way she never needed to control him, but always made him want to be more. And here's the hardest truth for a man to admit. He didn't lose her when she walked out the door. He lost her the moment he made her feel alone while she was still standing right there. And now that she's gone, it's not just that she's missing. It's that what she represented, the calm, the loyalty, the emotional safety, isn't there anymore. See, most women don't walk away out of anger. They walk away when it becomes clear that staying is betraying themselves. And that's what hits differently. She didn't leave to punish him. She left because she finally understood that loving him couldn't keep costing her peace. And now, he's left with the echo. Not of her voice, but of everything she never said. All the time she pulled back just a little. All the time she waited for him to notice she was fading. She let go quietly, but the silence is deafening. Because it's not about the absence of her body, it's about the absence of her energy. And that's when he finally understands. She wasn't just someone he dated. She was the standard. At first, he tells himself he's free. He stretches out in the bed like it's some kind of victory. No more texts asking where he is. No more quiet glances that feel like mirrors. He tells his friends it was mutual, that things just fizzled. But the truth? There was nothing mutual about her becoming invisible in his life. He didn't realize what was fading. Not when she stopped double texting. Not when she started answering late. Not even when she stopped saying, "Let's talk." He noticed when the energy changed. And by the time he finally felt the full weight of her absence, she had already reclaimed herself. And here's the part no one tells you. That emotional unraveling, it's slow. It creeps in like a memory that won't sit still. He hears her laugh in someone else's joke, but it doesn't feel the same. He reaches for his phone, but now there's no thread to pick up, because she's not mad. She's not broken. She's just gone. And the silence she left behind, it doesn't scream. It teaches. He starts to realize she was never asking for too much. She was asking for presence. And she only stopped asking when it became clear he didn't have it to give. So now, everything reminds him. The way she folded into a hug. The way she showed up when he was low without making him feel weak. The way she never needed attention because her presence alone made the room feel warmer. And now, he's scrolling past women who look the part but don't carry the depth. He's searching conversations for something that feels like her. But it doesn't come. It never comes. Because she wasn't a performance, she was a presence. And when she walked away, she didn't just leave him, She took with her the version of himself he liked best. And she didn't do it to hurt him, she did it to heal herself. That's the shift. That's what cuts through the delay in his emotions. Not that she stopped caring, but that she stopped trying to be chosen. She stopped auditioning, stopped shrinking, stopped bending around his indecision. And something in him, something primal, something quiet, starts to stir. Not because she made him jealous, not because she played hard to get, but because she became the one who got away by finally seeing herself clearly. She's not reaching out. She's not waiting for him to realize. She's become the woman he never thought would leave. Until she did. And now he doesn't miss the version of her that stayed. He misses the version of himself he was when she did. That's what makes her unforgettable. She didn't let go because she stopped caring. She let go because she finally started caring about herself more. And that shift, that quiet, sacred shift, is where her power lives. She's not bitter. She's not angry. She's not out to prove a point. She's just aligned. And alignment doesn't need attention. It doesn't need applause. It just is. While he's questioning, she's recentering. While he's remembering, she's rewriting. She's not wondering if he's thinking about her. Because the real Flex, she's not thinking about him at all. Her energy isn't hooked on the past anymore. It's rooted in the present, reaching for what feels like truth. Her truth. And no, she's not perfect. She still has soft moments. She still misses the idea of what could have been. But she doesn't miss him enough to abandon herself again. Because now she knows, real love doesn't require you to shrink. It doesn't ask you to beg. It doesn't cost your peace. And that kind of clarity, that deep lived-in self-worth, it's rare. He'll feel it in the women who come after. They might be beautiful. They might be kind. But they won't carry that quiet certainty. They won't hold a boundary and still hold love. They won't walk away with grace, with no second glance. Because that kind of strength, it's not learned, it's earned. And she earned it the hard way. By choosing herself. By meaning it. That's what makes her unforgettable. Not what she gave, but what she refused to keep giving to someone who couldn't match it. It's a strange thing, how someone's absence can take up more space than their presence ever did. She didn't leave with noise. She didn't need to. Because when a woman walks away in peace, she doesn't just exit the relationship, she exits the pattern. And that kind of goodbye doesn't echo with bitterness. It echoes with truth. She didn't leave because she stopped loving. She left because she started listening to herself. And when a man finally feels that silence, when he starts to understand what her energy really meant, it doesn't just hurt, it humbles him. Because now he knows, he didn't lose her because she gave up. He lost her because she grew past the version of herself that needed to stay. She didn't make herself unforgettable. She just became someone a man can never replace. Not because of what she gave, but because of what she refused to lose in herself to keep him. And that's why men fall harder for women who let them go.